As entrepreneurs living internationally, sometimes the journey of creating something from nothing and before anyone else thinks it can exist can feel lonely and disconnected. So today I want to bring you a story that is both beautiful as well as inspiring. It is a story about bringing something new to the already saturated baby gift industry that is both beautiful, spiritual, and full of life. Can't wait to share this episode with you. Give it a listen. Hi, I'm Mikkel Weber, founder of House of Peregrine. This show is for life abroad and those crafting their life story with intention. I bring you conversations about international finances, meaning making, relationships, and parenting. I bring on the experts that help you on your journey so that you can connect more deeply with yourself, the people around you, and the place you currently call home. Find out more at houseofperegrine.com, where you can find exclusive guides, products, software, and a community that's waiting to welcome you. Welcome to House of Peregrine. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the House of Peregrine podcast. I'm Mikkel Weber, and today I'm sitting down with Andrea Jansen, the Amsterdam-based designer and creative force between Kama by Andrea, handcrafted modern sacred garments for coming home to yourself. Breitfeld trained with a master's in fashion design and strategy, Andrea spent years in art direction, product design, and styling before leaving to create her unique offering. In 2020, she founded Kama, where creativity, spirituality, and love meet in objects of comfort and meaning, a symbol to welcome and celebrate life. Andrea, welcome to the show. I'm really happy to welcome you today. It's been a minute since we spoke first, and I've been following your journey, so I'm really happy to talk to you today.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Great. I want to start. So I saw what I want to say is when people move abroad or when people start a new chapter, whether that's having a baby or moving house, I always love to encourage them to look at what they're buying and what they're bringing into their world and really see it as a keepsake. And what you're doing with Kama is really, really that, I think, that's taken to the next level. So with your objects, your blankets, these beautiful things you're making, what I want to ask first is, why Kama? What does Kama mean?
Yeah, Kama is the name and comes from Kamadeva. And Kamadeva, it's the Cupido in India. So the one who shoots the bow and arrow,
Like
and then
Cupid,
you
yeah.
fall in love.
Yeah.
Cupid, yeah. And it's a mythical figure. And yeah, I found it a good idea to integrate this mythical figure with my for my product name, because I had a deep connection with India and also with the handcraft they do there. And my first product is also produced there. And so I thought, yeah, it resonates with me very deeply. And I thought, okay, it's not Kamadeva because that's too long. And I found phonetic also very interesting. So the letters behind each other. And first it was Kama, but then I thought, okay, it must be a little bit more personal because it's also me. So I add my name, so Kama by Andrea, and it comes from Kamadeva, and that's a mythical figure for Cupido. What I said in India.
Nice.
Cupid, you say Cupid?
I say Cupid, but that's
Cupid. Okay.
I understood.
Yeah. So the one who shoots the bow, who shoots the arrow, and then you fall in love, and yeah,
the rest is history.
Magic happens.
And so I want to start from a little bit back. So your blankets are beautiful. I want people to see them. We'll have them featured. You'll be able to see pictures of them. But I want to start back with what led you to this process of creating your own brand, your own product.
Yeah. This interview also forced me to think about my whole process and where I come from. And and now looking back, you see, I always walked on this path. Sometimes when you're in your lifetime, you think, oh my God, what I'm doing and what I'm doing here on this point and this time and this moment, and why I'm working for this company, and I don't like to work for a boss, and sometimes you just don't understand, but you feel, okay, this is what I have to do. So looking back, when I was a child, I always worked with my hands, and my mother also. So I saw it from her. I learned it from her. She was lace making and embroidery and making always our clothes for me and my sister. And she was always busy with handcraft, always. So it's really like, my DNA. And
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in a very small town nearby Arnhem
Mm.
in the Netherlands.
Mhm.
And I lived there since my 19. And when I was 19, I went to Arnhem, to the city. I lived there for 1 or 2 years, and then I moved to Amsterdam for my education. So yeah, it was in my DNA, this handcraft, and I worked for several companies. After my study, I studied on an art academy, fashion design, and um, after my study, so I worked for several companies, but was jewels and it was a lodger, but they both has to do with children. So lodger we make we developed products for textile for the children, and for jewels we developed strollers. So children and babies were always surrounded me in my career. And so I learned a lot about children and babies and safety and working together with engineers to make the strollers. And yeah, it was a quite interesting journey. But at the end, I after 10 years worked for these companies, and I did also a lot of other stuff and things, and worked for the TV and styling and commercial. And and once the time came, okay, I felt that I would work more from my heart, and more with deeply meaning. And I can't say, I can only say it was a deeper call. It was a calling.
Yeah.
And like, okay, I have to switch. And with all the knowledge I had, of course, and with all the contact, I thought, okay, I have to move to another direction, but embrace all that I already learned.
Yeah. And so it sounds like you did a lot of different things, but always honing your craft, and your vision started to come from within of something that transcends what's on the market right now or what's on offer it started out as baby blankets, right? Is that kind of the first idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was for me. It was I designed a lot of products for children, like strollers and wrapping blankets and cuddles and normal blankets. But I always thought, okay, this is nice, but what brings it? Yeah, of course it brings warmth, but it was it. I was missing the emotional touch in it, a deeper spiritual, maybe use the word layer. But it has always to do with new life, what I did. It will always do with newborns
Yeah.
and babies and little children. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna try to make a product that integrates also the more deeper layers where what I needed, what I would like to add. So looking back, I thought, okay, I would like to make something around a new life, birth, and treasure that, and holding that, and embrace that, and seeing the divine of it, and the beauty of it, but also also the struggle and the fear and what's coming and how to handle. And so I developed a product, and it's called the birth blanket, and it has to do to honor the new life.
Yeah.
And to wrap it, you can put your baby in and wrap it in, and feeling that it's safe and loving and caring, but also has to do with this transition for the baby who's coming to this earth in this physical body, and because I believe it's a soul who is coming into a physical body, and it is also he or she choose that, and to help him or her with this transition.
So there's two things, like you wrap them, the blankets come with the horoscope. So Libra, Aries.
Yeah, I have two. The first, it was first I have my product is the birth blanket. It was my first product, and it's with embroidered with a big bird, a holy bird. And my next collection is the star sign, and that's a bird cape. So you can put it on like a bath cape, and it has a hoodie. And the bird blanket doesn't have a hoodie. It's just it's a square, but it's much bigger. It's 120 by 120, and this what's hanging here. This is the Leo because it's my star sign. It's the bird cape, so it has also a hoodie, and you see it here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And you can use it as as a wall deco, but it's also for wrap your baby in.
And they're beautiful. For those watching, you can see examples of her work behind. But the reason that touches me the most is you're wanting this experience of, sure, let's say, you could say spirituality, you could say more meaning, deeper meaning, you could say you want a little bit of soul in there. But what did you see? You worked with products for children and babies for a long time.
Yeah.
And did you see that it was cold or maybe not representative of the magic that is actually happening?
No, they have a totally different starting point. Totally different. And there's nothing bad or good about it. It's just totally different.
And what would that starting point be?
To be honest, the most company I work for is the focus is on money.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not my starting point.
Yeah.
Even if I don't make money with it, it's just a deeper feeling or a deeper need that I had to do this. I can't not do it.
Yeah.
It's just so there was no way to say no.
Yeah.
It was just I had to take this direction.
Yeah.
And you can say, okay, it's sacred, or to make something special with the talents that I had for a bigger something. Maybe it's that. I think more and more it's that, because in the beginning I was like, I'm just gonna do it. But now when I'm really after a couple of years that I'm really laying into it, I also see and feel more what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It's just, but it's not just it. I've been being held. It's a force who comes from within.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that starting point is a really, really important difference. And again, like you said, it's not, these more manufactured things are just fine. It's totally fine. But what I have experienced as someone who loves to buy vintage or things with a little more soul to them, and also someone who is creating ceremony and culture for others, it really makes a difference. And I also think that this is the difference sometimes when women start businesses as opposed to CEOs. And we're in a moment, you and I are recording actually during the equinox, which I love, this transition from life to death. But also we're in this transition where businesses are being created differently and for different reasons, which I really feel. And I really think it's impressive that we're now seeing businesses like yours that are created from a different place are more emerging, and not for a reason to go backwards but just to bring something else to offer to people for these moments in their life. And if you go back to it, creating a human life or a birth is a pretty big deal in human existence.
Yeah.
And to have it be something that isn't, and again, like, I'm not a religious person, but I've had 3 babies, and it is sacred to bring a life to life. No matter what you believe, it's pretty magic. So And it's like everything you said. It's hard, it's scary, it's intense, but at the end, it's magic. And so one of our tenets at House of Peregrine is magic is real. Like that's one of our things. And so that is between people, between everything. And so when you make a product with magic built in or as a priority, it changes everything about how you do that business. And so why did you choose the horoscope and the magic bird? Can you tell me about that symbolism and where it comes from?
Yeah. Actually, the holy bird or the magic bird, it just came to me. I can't, not other way to explain it, but it just visits me. You can see also, I get just ideas plopped in my head, but that was always the way. Yeah, this is not new. It was also when I worked for other companies.
Yeah.
The idea just came, and that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
But now, no, it's still the same. But now I get ideas who are more spiritual based.
Yeah.
Like before I get solutions, more technical solutions.
Yeah.
And that was also very welcome, because the company was driven by solutions, but it was more practical and more technical.
Yeah.
And it was not nothing spiritual about it.
Yeah.
Nothing, but that's okay. And now my ideas are much more deeper and much more spiritual, and they just came to me. And it's just how you open to them, and just how just the way you choose your path is going.
Yep.
And yeah, the bird, of course, I make a lot of designs, but suddenly when you see a design and you say, okay, this is it, you instantly know it.
Yep.
It's a deep knowing. It's just a deep knowing. So okay, this is it. I don't have to sketch and to find out anymore. This is what gonna make. And yeah, the bird was the bird. And after it was finished, I thought, okay, what did I make? Because most of the time it's afterwards. I have this reflection, and then I go on to reflect on what I made, and then I said, okay, it's a holy bird. It has to do also with, we have in the Netherlands we have the idea or the story that children come with the ooievaar. Do you know
The stork?
The stork?
Yep.
Yeah. And so I thought, oh, that's also funny that it looks a little bit like a stork, but
Yeah.
it's I see it as a holy bird, or represents the connection between heaven and earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the transition comes also from the little child, comes from above, and he comes down in his physical body. And the bird has spread his wings around the name or the message the parents or the loved ones give to the child, because you can add your name or your message on the bird cloth that will be embroidered after the child is born or before the child is born, but normally the name and the date and the time, you don't know before.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, it's spreading around, the wings are spreading around this text, and for protection and for loving and for caring and for holding the child,
Yeah,
for the rest of his life.
that's amazing. When I had my children many years ago now, they're older now, but I did naming ceremonies for each of them so
Beautiful.
that they could,
Yeah.
really accept their names and who I see them as, who I dream for them to be. And that's a combination, right? But the name is the thing the mother and the father give to their child with life. And so I think that's helping that transition. And these are the type of ceremonies that have been done by women since humanity began. And
Yes,
I think there's a deep,
that's
deep
correct.
longing for this sort of depth. I feel it in myself, I feel it in others, and I feel a very strong compulsion to bring them to other people. And so that's my work is there's not enough ceremony. There's not enough of this,
correct.
Helping of these transitions and so I think this is a visual representation of
That's correct.
of this. Again, the only word we have is spiritual or something. And so I love this also for mothers, because you're always a mother for the first time you do it, and you don't know how to do this. And so when I saw this, I thought, and I don't know if you have children, but even if you
I
don't,
have one.
you have
Yeah.
one. It's a little bit of for me, your blankets are a little bit of a gift for a mother to show them, right? So woven throughout the story of your creations is this mentorship. So this is what you're
Mhm.
doing. You're wrapping your child. You're naming them. These are things that they can be mundane, but they're really not. And so making them sacred is really important. I think it reverberates very strongly throughout the way we treat women and children, to have sacredness brought back into it.
Yes, correct.
And so,
Yeah, and the divine and the holy
yeah,
and the mother, yeah, and the spirit.
yeah, without religion. You
Yeah.
don't have to do this with religion.
But no, it's no
Yeah.
religion.
But babies
No,
are being
no,
born whether we
no.
believe in religion
Yeah,
or not.
yeah,
So there has to be
yeah,
something else.
yeah,
So I really
yeah.
love, again, you're making these beautiful blankets, but I see so much more in what you're connecting to, which I see coming through, and I want to help. And also, I don't always help with babies, but I help with people in transition. So when they're moving to a new country, when they're, even if that's with children, without children, I do think there's another
Yeah.
moment there. And I think it matters when you move, even buying a blanket or doing a ceremony for a transition of moving to a new country, I think
Yes.
makes it more holy, makes it more mythic in a way.
Mhm.
And stories are how our subconscious works. And so if you have this magical bird that brings your baby's spirit to its body, this speaks to our subconscious. And making products like this for babies, moms, or whatever, I feel it speaks to the subconscious of how we handle these things. And so I just really love that you have taken your expertise and woven it into something that is speaking to the subconscious magic of
Yes.
life.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for your beautiful words.
Yeah, you're welcome. And so
Yes.
that's why, I mean, this is your first podcast interview, right? And
Yes.
so
Yes.
I'm happy to bring this to life, because I believe so strongly in the magic of life, and the mystery, and the actual manifestation of how we deal with that is things like this. And it's very ancient. And so did you study this, or is everything intuitive? This is just the muse coming to you?
What do you mean, the designs,
Yeah, or
or
just the
just the way
impulse.
how I look to?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think looking back to my life, I'm 55 now, and I'm looking back, and I always walked this path, but yeah, not consciously.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm more conscious about it, and I always feel attracted to mystical, to heaven, to things you can't describe, or you
Yeah.
can't you yeah, always to the divine. But I didn't know that word at that time.
Yeah.
I was always dreaming and always creating, and always I was not that good at school, feeling like dumb, and didn't couldn't write good, and was not good in mathematics. I was a terrible. But yeah, I didn't fit in the system. That's why I thought I was stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, my talent was creativity, and thank God, I went to the art school.
Yeah.
I managed that, because yeah, that saved me, and there I came home. Like, okay, art is my vehicle.
Yeah.
Now I understand. Okay, now I'm home. Now can I grow? Now I know my purpose here. Yeah, but
Wow.
before 21, or 90, I was really lost, really lost. What I'm doing here? How do I fit in the system? And I'm not good enough. I'm stupid. Yeah. If people say that in you when you're small,
Yep.
and like, yeah, no, she can't even read. She can't even write. She can't even count. Yeah, and that was true.
Yeah, you were busy. You were busy in that creative little brain and body of yours. That's what it was.
But I was like, yeah, I didn't understand. I just didn't understand. But yeah, my brain just worked differently.
Yeah.
And now I find my spot in this world.
Yeah.
And now I understand what I have to do here. And now it's going. But even since maybe half a year,
Wow.
that I'm really understand, okay, that's why I also had to take a little bit distance to understand,
Yeah.
how, and to have it has to unfold it. And yes, I had a lot of spiritual teachers, and I still have coaches, and I get really inspired by saying and songs and mandalas and just nature and people and one big explosion of magic. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Being a creative
But now I
yeah,
see it.
you're describing being a creative person.
Yeah. And now it's my task to turn my talents and serve the greater good.
Yeah. It
That's what I want.
Yeah, and it occurs to me that
Yeah.
this is part of the heroine's journey. In our society, we talk a lot about the hero's journey, right? The hero's journey is to go out and save the world and kill dragons, and
Mm.
we have that in us too as women. But what you're describing is the heroine's journey, which is down and down
Ah,
and
yeah.
down
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
going
Yeah. Yeah.
and falling and,
Yeah.
being
And
outcast.
it's slow, huh?
It's
And it's
slow.
really slow.
And
And now I trust that slowness.
yes.
I just leaning back.
Yeah.
Just leaning back. I don't have to do anything. It will come. And it comes. It
Yeah.
comes, it plops up in front of my head.
That's
And that now I can trust on that.
yeah.
I will totally 100% trust in my journey.
Wow. That's so
Yeah.
beautiful. And
But that's new, huh?
yeah, but it's on
That's
time.
new.
So
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
women don't, I mean, the genius of a woman takes their almost till your 50s. The genius
Yeah. Yeah.
of everything
Yeah.
and bringing something holy into the world is, and that's the myth. And a little bit what you're bringing to the world is this notion that the magic is coming through in these intangible ways, through stories, through symbols, through things
Yeah.
that sometimes, especially when they've been hidden and taken away, and we have no mentors,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of women are getting this information from their subconscious, learning new
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and when we're told that we have to hit our genius in our 20s, it cuts off most of what women have brought to the world for centuries. And so that, it doesn't give us time, space, and a platform for this heroine's journey, which is so important.
Hmm.
We're all focused on the hero story.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's also our society, maybe. Yeah.
of course. Yes.
What they need to keep it in to keep it as it is.
Yeah. But
Huh?
also I feel like in each of us, and this may not be how you think about it, but for me, your story is very much like you cultivated your masculine. Your hero story was going out, getting those skills, getting this,
Yeah. Yeah.
and now it's
Mhm.
transitioned into
Yeah. Yeah.
the more
Yeah.
spiritual, the more
Yeah.
subtle, and bring it in, leaning back instead of,
Yeah.
this is all
Yeah.
very
Yeah. Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
unfolding in a way that I hope my daughters get to see.
Ah, that's beautiful to them. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
what you're
Yeah.
bringing to the world
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
beautiful. And so I want people to know about that. But the
Mm.
other part of this, we talk a lot about sustainability. Um,
Mhm.
and I would really love to talk through that with you. I love to redefine or deepen the word sustainability. And so
Mhm.
when you're buying things during these transitions, whether it's having a baby or I say moving to a new country, when you're buying items, sustainable can mean something different, which
Mhm.
could mean meaningful. So
Yeah.
you don't throw it away. And
Yeah.
so items like the one you've created, which are
Mhm.
bath towels or birth blankets, they have utility to them, but a deep, deep meaning. And so
Yeah.
those two things combine to make it so
Yeah.
it's not going to be thrown away, but
Yeah.
also the way you're creating it. And I want to talk a little bit about your connection to India, is this way that's also sustainable on those subtle those subtle layers that we don't talk about. So yes, the materials can be sustainable yes, all of these things, it can be recyclable, but there's another level of sustainability
Yeah,
that has to do with
correct.
these connections. And so I want to speak to you about that a little bit. And I know we're getting into some things that are very airy and hard to follow, but I think you understand what I'm asking. So
Yeah, totally.
it matters the place you start from with the product you're creating, the materials you use. We all understand that, but then take it further for me.
No, I totally follow you, and I also totally agree with you. And if you make something sacred, it's already sustainable. And that
Yeah.
was my intention. And it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. That was my intention, to make something sacred, to make a keepsake, to translate love into an item. That was and that are my tools. What is given to me. That are my tools. My talent are my tools. And yeah, some people can cook very good. Some people can build beautiful houses. But what I can do, what talent is given to me, it's creation and refine embroidery, translate love into items, I think.
It's a very feminine
And
skill.
and yeah, my focus was not sustainable in that way. My sustainable way of making things is different. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I make something from out of my heart to your heart, to connect, to reconnect, to lean back, to dive in, to embrace love, to embrace spirituality, and to translate that in an item, what can be a keepsake, that you can give and that you keep for the rest of your life, and maybe the life afterwards. You give it to your own children or somebody you love.
Yep.
And no, my products are not made of 100% recycled cotton, or because it's first, it's not my priority. If I could, I would, but for now I can't, because then my items would be so incredible more expensive. So that's a choice I made.
Mm-hmm.
That's a choice I made. And yeah, if you can't deal with it, okay, but I'm responsible for that.
Yeah.
But of course, they are made, how they're made, it's correctly, and with not child labor. I went to the factory, and etc., etc.
Yeah.
And I don't overproduce. I have a very, very small amount stock.
Mm-hmm.
The fabric factories where I work with, they can do that for me. So it's also a big research, because yeah, they don't want to work with people like me, because yeah, they want to have boxes and full, okay, and pushing and
Mm-hmm.
more and more and more. So to find these factories, it cost me also a lot of time and
Yeah.
investment, and in investment in time.
Yeah. And currently,
So
if you were to say, I make these out of 100% cotton or something that everyone
yeah,
agrees is sustainable, but you make
mm,
thousands of them, that's somehow our definition of sustainable, which is important. Like, I'm not saying it's not. It's just, if we deepen that, if we sink into it, is it really sustainable? Is it really human? Is it really doing what we want it to? And so
yeah,
how can we deepen that conversation? And
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
you've done. And I think that it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
an important conversation.
Yeah, I think that too, because also people are really narrow-minded,
Yeah.
and not because they are narrow-minded, but
No.
there is no other information that goes in their head.
Yeah.
So it's really the conditioning,
Mhm.
what people hear,
Yeah.
and they have to. I think it's good to take also, and yeah, if they are aware, you can say they are not aware of it. So yeah, maybe when they when they see a different side of sustainability, like I'm working, yeah, maybe they can embrace that too,
Yeah. I,
and
I hope
maybe
this,
they shift their minds a little bit.
yeah, I hope the same. And I think
Yeah.
that I always say moving to a new country is really unsustainable. You buy knew everything. You shipped things across the ocean. There's no doubting that it is better for the environment for you to not move. And so how do we deepen that? How do we reconsider or maybe even add elements to sustainability? I add in the way people. So if people move and they're not stressed out, that's more sustainable. If people move and their relationships are more intact, or they know the language before they arrive, that's more sustainable. If it's putting less strain on the schools because the families of these people are less stressed out, for me, that's more sustainable, as well as not buying furniture from IKEA or something. So there's many layers to sustainability, and I am with House of Peregrine trying to bring that into the conversation of sustainability. So this magic, this consideration,
beautiful.
Yeah. And so
I need it.
Yeah, I think so too. And of course, it was such a great place to start with not harming the planet as much as possible, right? That is so important.
Of course.
But what I love you said is, if I made them 100% cotton, they would be out of reach for most people, and then their only alternative would be buying.
No, they are from 100% cotton.
Oh, there.
But not. Yeah, they are cotton, but not. They don't have this sustainable
label.
Cotton label.
Yeah.
And again, if I want to work with this sustainable cotton, then the price will go up 3 times.
Wow.
So that's my choice, because I'm so small and I have to buy 1,000 meter of sustainable cotton at least.
Yep.
I can't afford it, and I don't want it.
Yeah. And you want more people to have access.
Because
it's that,
and that's not the way I have to want to work.
Yeah.
And maybe in the future, but maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna produce here. I only do handcrafted, and then my items will be a lot more. But I don't have to sell so much. So, and I also was thinking, now we're talking about money and prices, because that's also what keeps me spinning around this lately. And it has also to do with this system where we are in. And I understand I need money to live and to buy to live in my house and to buy food and to take care of my child and myself. But with these prices of products and especially in the fashion, the product price when you have it in your house, from India or China where I produce, and we have to multiply it by 3 or 4 or 5 times the price. And it's for me it's like so insane. And not when I'm and maybe I give away now too much, but I want to be transparent about this whole system. And because there's also something where I'm struggling with. So okay, how do I relate to it, to this system, and how can what is good for me and what feels okay for me?
It strikes me that you're in a system that you don't fit again, just like in school.
Yes, exactly. So now I'm moving along with the system, but I put question marks. And it makes me think. And so, okay, how can I do this differently? And maybe not tomorrow, but maybe in a year or maybe tomorrow. The future is more nearby than you think always. But I think it's a nice discussion point. So, okay, how maybe I have to say people, okay, this is my item. What do you think is worth it for you?
Welcome to being an innovator, Andrea.
What is worth it for you? How much money do you want to give me that it's okay for you?
Wow.
And maybe I have to say, okay, this costs me this. This costs me this. So if you give me less, I take I lose money. But if you give me a little bit more, okay, I can buy a bread. Yeah, I just thinking about that. Maybe I'm gonna develop one product that I put on the market like that.
That's amazing. It strikes me that you
Yeah.
are a true innovator and disruptor and someone who
Disruptor, yeah.
people who
That's correct.
people who don't fit in for a reason. And I really like that. And I identify with it as well. But it's really fun to meet kindred spirits, especially women who are asking these questions. And I don't know, it slowly
Yeah.
changes things and balances them out, I think. So I love that
Yeah.
you're asking these questions and making these
Yeah.
products and bringing them to life's big transitions and homes. And so I want to encourage people to go and see your work. Where can they find you?
They can find me on my website.
Yeah.
I have a website where I sell my products, and
And
also with
say what that website is.
is Kama by Andrea.
.com.
Yes.
Perfect.
Kama by Andrea.
And we'll link it below.
.com.
We'll link it below as well, but I just want people to hear it. And then is there anywhere they can
and you
follow
also
you?
you can also buy it at Sanne Hop.
Oh, yes.
She has a beautiful, beautiful concept store with many, many more sacred products, all handcrafted or very small. How to say that? Not so many.
Yeah. Her store is called, and it's right around the corner from me in the center of Amsterdam. If anyone's in Amsterdam, go visit. But it's Atelier Hop. And it's funny because our company is called Hop as well. So we do events there sometimes.
And how funny.
Yeah. So we're very aligned in the way we like to do things. And Sanne, big shout out to Sanne, who we both know and love. I love her shop. And I think people come from around the world to experience what she brings into the world as well. And one of those innovators that I deeply, deeply resonate with. And so I'm glad I saw your blanket in there a few weeks ago. And I thought, this is so beautiful. Yeah. I love the way the world is big and large at the same time.
Yeah.
So these seemingly little things you're doing have a lot of impact, I would say.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just do what I come to do here.
We're going to end on that. I just came here. This is mine to do. And that's a mantra that anybody can use. This is mine to do. This is not mine to do, to find their calling in life. And so thank you for sharing your wisdom with us today, Andrea. I'm so happy to have you on. I'm so happy. I think we're going to be making an offer for our members for your beautiful products. And then if anyone's interested in seeing them, you can hop over to our website. We'll link it in the box below. Thanks again for coming on. It's such a pleasure to get an insight into your process.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Yeah, of course. And thank you everyone for listening. You can follow us at houseofperegrine.com. If you would be so kind as to leave a comment or a rating, it would help us out a ton. I hope you enjoyed our interview and we'll see you next time. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed our show. For the latest insights on living internationally, join us at houseofperegrine.com to find out how you can connect with our community. Let's craft our life story with intention together.